Okay. So there are two types of access modifier. Sorry, there are two types of modifiers. One is called access modifier, which you have already seen last class. Another is your non-access. What are the example of access modifiers? Private, okay, then default, okay, default or package, then protected. And last one is your public. So whenever somebody will ask, you should maintain this order, the order which I am talking about. Okay, first private, then default, protected, then public. For non-access modifiers, static, abstract, final, okay, strict, strict, FP, okay, then volatile, transient, okay. So these are your non-access modifiers. Okay, so these will be, I mean, used while going through. We'll see one by one. So today we'll concentrate on these four, and next class we'll concentrate on the other things. Okay, so how come it, okay. So let's start with the access modifier called private. Okay, so now what does private means? Any idea? What does private means? Private means private. Okay, so something like, see, if I correct. Okay, so something like, try to understand, if I am having my bike, my private bike. Okay, if somebody will come and do something, they will do some sort of, I mean, they will ride that bike. So what I can tell them, don't touch it, because this is my bike, means this is my private bike. Are you able to understand what I am talking about? Okay, so similarly, I mean, there will be many things, I mean, we don't expose to outside, right? So there will be some private things in ourselves, right, which we don't want to expose it outside. So similarly here also, every class will have some data or some variable, or you can say some methods which are private to that particular class. So as I told, if my bike, my private bike, other people cannot use that bike. Similarly, one class can have few data which cannot be used by other class. Got it, right? So what is private? Private means nothing but, okay, so we can use them only inside class. Private means only inside class. And all the access modifiers which we are looking into, okay, these are applicable to variables or methods. Methods also we can have some access modifier, right? So we can make both of those. Okay, so first we'll discuss one by one, then we'll see the practical of it. Okay, so private means we can use only inside class. Now let me create one example, okay, by which we will be able to understand. I'll create one project. Access modifier. Okay, it's best practice, we should have one package form dot test. Let's create one class. Class, I want to have this public static void main also, so I'll finish. So automatically public static void main will come, and we want to create, let's try to create one of the class called maybe we are talking about animal, right? So let's create animal. Okay, so what we want to do, we are creating one of the class called animal. Okay, so what is a class? Class is nothing but template of states and behaviors. So animal will have some sort of states. So what are those states which we have already discussed? Number of legs, right? So int number of legs. Then it is best practice, I mean we'll discuss. Okay, number of legs. What is the other one? Name. Name should be your string. Then I think weight is the one which we have discussed, right? So weight should be float because we will have some decimal point. Okay, similar to this, suppose I am looking for color also. For time being I am using integer only, but while going through this best practice we should go for enum. Enum is one of the variables, so color should be used by enum. Okay, yeah. So now if you'll see here, I am giving those access modifiers. So private, okay, protected, okay. So if I'll ask you what is the access modifier for color? Public. Very simple. Just see the first one, it would be okay. What is the access modifier for weight? Protected. What is the access modifier for number of legs? Private. What is the access modifier for name? Nothing is there. Then that will be your default. Okay. So that's why I mean here when we are discussing here, private, protected, public. If nothing is there, then it is called default. Default means blank. I mean if you forgot to mention anything, those will be called as a default access modifier. Okay. So what is the access modifier of name? Default. Why? Because nothing is there. Nothing will be your default. Okay. Yeah. So what we understood, private means we can use it only inside class. Okay. Second one is your default, and private is the most restrictive. Private is the most restrictive access modifier. Why? Because nobody can use it except I mean the class where the variable is or method is. Okay. Now what is this feature about default? Okay, but try to understand. Sometimes suppose I am having my bike, okay, and I don't want my bike to be used by other people, but my family member can use it. Are you able to understand? So similarly here also in a class, if I am having some variable or method, okay, which should be used only by me or my package. Got it, right? So inside package you can use it, outside package you cannot use it. Okay. So what is the use of default? Default can be used only inside package. You cannot use it outside package. Okay. So tell me, if I am having this variable called name, and if I have another package here, I'll create one package com.trial. So can I use name in this package? No. Why? Because default means only inside package. Can I use it inside test, com.test? Yes, because com.test is in our package only now. Okay. So what we understood, default can be used only inside package. Okay. So outside package it is not accessible. It's not accessible. I think IBM outside package. Default can be used only inside package. Okay, third one is your protected. Okay, so protected means, try to understand. I mean, suppose my dad is having some property, okay, and he wants to give me those properties. Similarly here also, what will happen, protected is same as default inside package, but if you want to use it outside package, it must come through inheritance. Without inheritance you cannot use it. Inside package both are similar. Okay, so protected is exactly same as default inside package. Means you can use inheritance, don't use inheritance, no problem, inside package. Okay, we can use it without inheritance also inside package. That is, we can use this without inheritance also inside package. Inside package no problem, without inheritance we can use all the stuffs. But if you want to use it outside package, it comes out of the package only and only through inheritance. Be very careful what I am talking about, only and only through inheritance. There is no other means by which you can take the data from outside package. Okay. Okay, and the last one is your public. The last one is public. What is public means? Public means no restriction, anywhere you can use it. Okay, something like if any public place is there, somebody is playing cricket, if you go and tell them, hey, don't play, what they'll do? They'll beat you with your bat, right? Got it, right? So there is no restriction. I mean, public place means anybody can use it. So what is public? Public means we can use it anywhere in Java universe. Okay, so it's not about only your project, you can use it outside project also. It's not only your project, we can use it outside projects also. Okay, so this is least restrictive. Least restriction, there is no restriction at all for public. Okay, so we will try to do this. So number of flags, it is private, this is default, protected, and this is your public. Okay, and we will have some method here, so something like get trial. Okay, I just want to see whether I can use it inside our class or not. So let's start with private. Number of flags, can I use it inside class? Can I use it inside class? Yes, private can be used only inside class. Okay, so I can do something like number of legs equal to 4. Am I able to use it? Yes. Any variable, any method, if you want to use it outside class, how to use it? You have to create object, then you use dot operator. So we'll go to main class. I want to use animal things, so what I'll do, I have to create animal object, animal object equal to new animal. Okay, yeah. Now let's try to use the variable which is private. So number of legs is the variable name. So animal object dot number of legs equal to 4. Am I able to use it? No. Why? Because this number of legs is private. You can use it only inside class. Outside class it is not accessible. Okay. So now what is the error you are getting? What is the error? Let's try to move here. The field number will not visible. What is not visible? That means it is private. Got it, right? So I cannot use it outside class. Now name is one of the variables. So can I use name outside class? Yes, if it is inside same package, because default can be used only inside package. So I'll go here. Animal object dot name equal to suppose dog. See, am I able to use it? Yes. Why? Because name is a default. Default means inside package. Okay. Now let's try to create one class which is outside package. So trial is, this is outside package. Okay. So let's create one class. I'll just give a name called outside class. Suppose I am giving one of the name called outside class. Okay. And I am having one of the method called get test. Get test is the method. And I'll create animal object equal to new animal. Okay. Now tell me, can I use number of legs here? Can I use it? No. Can I use name here?
Yes.
Why? Name means default. Default means you can use only inside package. Okay. But this outside package, outside class, is it of same package? Package is not same, right? So it is outside package. So we cannot use name. Okay. Let's start to do this. Animal object dot name equal to dog. Okay. So see here there is some problem. What is the problem? Again same problem. So not visible. Why it is not visible? Because name is default, and default can be used only inside package. Now what is my package? com.test, but I am trying to use it outside package, so which is not valid basically. So it is not valid. So that's why we have discussed what we have discussed. Default can be used only inside package. Okay, it is not accessible outside package. Now inside package, it's not only by using dot operator. You can inherit also. So how to inherit? Suppose if I am having one class called dog. Okay, and dog, how to inherit? Extends animal. Okay, and something like get test is one of the method which is there, and you want to get the value of your name. So how to, something like string. So something like say name equal to dog. So this name is not the object of dog, it is coming from animal, means I am using inheritance to use it. So if you are using inheritance, no need to use any sort of object, you can directly use it. Okay. So inside package, your default can be used by inheritance also, without inheritance also. Without inheritance means using dot, object dot. And what is the other way? Other way to use inheritance without using object dot, directly using it. Okay. So this is the, so what we understood here is default can be used inside package with inheritance or without. Both ways we can use. Okay, yeah. Now what is the third one? Protected. So what is protected? Protected will behave like default inside package, so you can use it inheritance without inheritance, both ways. Okay, so let's try to go and create this protected. What is the protected one? Weight. Okay, so animal object dot weight equal to 90.2, something like this. Sorry, float. So float means f should be there always. By default, whatever data will be there, those will be double. So you have to make it to float. So we have to pass f at the end of this. Okay, small f or capital F, both are fine. Anyway, is fine. Okay. So am I able to use without inheritance? Yes, because I am creating object and using it, right? Now let's try to use it with inheritance. Okay, so weight equal to 90.2 f. Am I able to use it with inheritance? Yes. So inside package, same as default, everything is same. I mean, that's why I told, exactly same as default inside package. That means we can use it inheritance also, without inheritance, both ways. Okay. Now if this weight, it wants to come out of the package, then it will come only through inheritance. Okay, inheritance means let's try without inheritance first. So animal object dot weight equal to 90.2 f. See, is it working? Not working. Okay, if you go over there, what is the problem? Literally not visible. Again, same problem. So outside package, it will come only and only through inheritance. Means you cannot use object. Okay, so if you want to use, you don't want to use, how to do? You do extends, then animal. Now you can use it. So how to use without inheritance? Weight equal to 90.2 f. See, it is working. Okay, so it is very special. Try to understand here. That's why I told it comes out of the package only and only through inheritance. You cannot use object to use this basically. Now it must come through inheritance. Okay, this is about your protected. Now what is the last one? Public. Public can be used anywhere, no problem. Okay, so let's try to go here. What is public? Color. Can I write here color equal to 90? Can I write it? Yes, no problem. Why? Because it is public. Can I write it here? Animal object dot color equal to 90. Can I write it? Yes, no problem. Okay, now this is inside your package. Can I write here color equal to 90? Is it correct? Yes, no problem. Can I use it outside? Can I use color equal to 90? Is it problem? Yes. Can I write animal object dot color equal to 90? Yes, no restriction. I mean, for public, no restriction. You can use it from inheritance also, you can use without inheritance also. Got it, right? So that's what I mean. Public can be used anywhere. I mean, no restriction at all. No? So list restriction, no restriction at all. We don't have any restriction. Okay, so what is the order of restriction? Which is the most restrictive? Private is most. It is most restrictive. Then what is the second one? Default or package specific. So this is, I mean, when we forget to mention anything. Okay, then third one is your protected, and last one is your public, and this is list or no restriction. So private means only inside class, only inside package. Protected means same as default. Inside package it comes, outside package only and only through inheritance. Okay, and this one no restriction, can use anywhere. So this is the summarization. Okay. Any doubt? Okay, simple. Okay. Yeah. So let's go ahead with this. Now let's discuss about non-access modifier. One of the non-access modifier is called final. Okay, so the one which I have studied same only. Default access means no modifier preceding it, cannot be accessed outside package. Okay, give compilation fail if you try to access it outside package. Public access, what will happen, you can use anywhere, no restriction, and no final. This is the one which I said. Okay. So we can have three things which can be final. Okay, so first one is variable, can be final. Okay, second one we can have methods also as final. Okay, and class also as final. So these are the three things which you can make it final. So if your variable is final, what will happen, we can't modify or change, or can't reinitialize. We call this a reinitialize. If it is a final. Okay. If it is a final method, then we can't override it. Okay, why? Because overriding is the way by which you can change your method. And if it is a class, how to change a class, you have to extend it. Okay, so can't extend. Okay, final variable we cannot modify, reinitialize, we cannot override, cannot extend it. So I'll give you a very simple example. Okay, tell me what should be the output. Public class, main class. Okay, and I have private final and test equal to 100. Public static void main string args. Okay, then test equal to 101, okay, and system dot out dot println, and I am printing test here. Tell me what should be the output. What should be the output? 100. 100 or 101. What should be the output? What should be the output? Okay. 101. Okay. Sure. Okay. So try to understand. I mean, whenever you will get any sort of questions now, you should not directly run your code. So what is our Java process? How Java works? First you have Java file. Okay. First what we do, we compile. Then what will generate? It will generate .class file. Then only you can run your code. Okay. But if your code is not compiling, will it run? No. Always whenever you get the question, you first check the compilation of your code. Okay. So it is natural tendency. I mean, what we do, we as soon as you will get the question, go to main, we start writing. This is everybody. I mean, I also used to do, I mean, earlier. Okay. So but it is not the case. Okay. So first what you do, you should check the compilation of your code also. Okay. So whether your code will compile or not. So will our code will compile? So try to understand very simple rule which is there. Okay. So I think we already discussed once. Okay. So static can call only static. Okay. Non-static can call anything. There is no restriction. So tell me, main is a static. What it is calling? It is calling test, which is non-static. So can static can call non-static? No, it must be static. So this is the first problem. Okay. So what we do? First problem, what you have to do? You have to make it static. Now it is correct. Okay. But here one more problem is there. Final. So what I told now is final means cannot modify it, cannot reinitialize. So here what I am doing, what is the first value of final? 100. Then what I am doing? 101. So I am modifying it, right? So I cannot do that. Got it, right? So you have to comment this line. Comment this line, then only it will be. Then your output is 100. Got it, right? So what was the output for the particular question? Compilation problem. There is some compilation over. Okay. So let's try to write this code in our Eclipse. So where is our main class? Here is our main class. I will just comment out all these stuff. I will have private and test equal to 100. Our question was like this. Final. Okay, and what I was doing, test equal to 101. Okay, and what I was doing is test. So see here, what is the first problem? Because it must be static, we will go here and make it static. But again one more problem. What is the more problem? Because I am making it final. So if I remove it, it is okay. It should be fine. Now what should be the output? 101, because I am changing it, right? So this place I am changing, then I am printing. So it should be 101. It should be 101. Okay. But if I am making it final, then what does that mean? I cannot change it. So what should be the answer? Compilation error. Your code will not compile. Okay. So this is the very simple thing which you should remember. Okay. So final means something like, try to understand, suppose if you in your college you had given your final examination, final semester over, can you change your marks? No. Similarly here also, as soon as you will make any of the variable as final, okay, so if I will make it final trial, final int trial equal to 1000. Can I make my trial to any other number? Can I write trial equal to 2000? No. Why? Because I am making it final, right? So if I write trial equal to 2000, is it correct? No. Why? Because it is final. If I remove final, then fine, no problem. I mean, you can change that variable. Final means fixed, you cannot change. Okay, so this is the first one, I mean, which we discussed here. Final variable we cannot modify, we cannot reinitialize it. Okay, so here what I am doing, we are trying to reinitialize with 200, which is not possible. Okay, so this is about your final variable. Now let's try to go to method. If my final method, then what do we cannot override it. So let's try to override. So animal is having one of the method called get trial, and suppose I am making it public. So what is the method name? Get trial. How to override it? We will go to dog, extends animal, and you want to override get trial. So this is the way how we override this method, like this. Okay. So why to override? Try to understand. Let's try to have some sort of example. Okay. Suppose I am having one of the class called animal. Okay, and it is having one of the method called bark. What is the method name? Bark. Now dog will be there. Dog is one of the class and horse is one of the class. Both are subclass of animal. Okay, so now tell me, the barking of dog is equal to horse? No, right? Both will bark different way. Dog will do boo boo, horse will do some hee, some sort of thing. Got it, right? So I cannot say this, I cannot directly use bark here also, because I am using the method, but internal implementation is different. Bark will bark, dog will bark different way, horse will bark different way. Okay, so that's why what you have to do, you have to change it. How to change your dog bark? You have to write like this, and one of those annotation we use called override. What is the annotation? Override. At the rate of, so whenever we write like this, at the rate of, then those are called annotation. What are those called? Annotation. Okay, an annotation will always be interface. Okay, annotations will be interfaces. Okay, so now this bark of dog is different from horse. So I cannot use this bark. Why? Because this is default animal. So here also we have to override, and here also we have to override at the rate of override like this. And you have to write those methods basically. Got it, right? Why? Because dog and horse both barking are different. Similarly here, so try to understand. Here animal is having one of the method called get trial, which you want to change where? You want to change in dog. Then how to do? You write like this at the rate of override, and you do this. So very simple. In Eclipse, no need to write anything. Just type get trial. Automatically it will override. Okay, this is called overriding. We will discuss in depth what is overriding. So for time being, this much only. Okay, yeah. Now what I told is, if my method is final, then what you can do? You cannot override. Okay, so now I'll go to my main here. I'll make this method as final. As soon as I'll make this method is final, now any other class which is subclass cannot overwrite. So I'll go to this class, see here it is not able to overwrite. Alright, right? So if I'll go here, what it is telling, say cannot override the final method from the animal. Got it, right? So what we understood here is final method can't override. We can never override final methods. Okay. What is the last one? Class. So if my class is final, we cannot extend it. Okay. So if I'll go here. So what is happening? Dog extends animal. Now if I'll go to animal and I'll make my class as final, then I cannot extend it. This class is not able to extend it. This class is not able to extend animal. Why? Because animal is final. So if we'll go over there, it will automatically tell you the outside class cannot be subclass a final class animal. So final class can never be subclassed. You cannot extend this. Okay, so this is a very simple rule which you should know. So final variable we cannot modify, method we cannot override, class we cannot extend it. Okay, so very simple rule which you should know. Okay, and there are some Java library classes are there. Okay, so in Java very famous class are there, string and map. Classes are final in Java. There are two very famous classes called string. We'll study string in depth in math. Okay, so that means we cannot extend this class. Okay, so let's try to extend something like animal. If I write extends map, see it is not working. Okay, similarly if we do string see it is not working. So we can never extend these two classes. Why? Because those are final by nature. Okay, yeah. Now coming back to this. Coming back to this, let's try to understand when you are going to use math class. So what is math class? Okay, so math class is nothing but it is a utility class. What is utility? Utility means common classes which is used by all the classes. Okay. Utility class means something like common behaviors. Common behaviors. Okay. So try to understand. Let's try to use maybe I will go for square. Okay. So what is the square of 4? What is square of 4? 16. Okay. What is the square of, if I will tell you 6, what is the square of 6? 36. Okay. What is the square of 10? 100. Okay. Now tell me what is the square of this? What is the square of it? It will be difficult for us, right? Okay. So now in this case, this math is the class which will help us basically. Okay. So math is having one of the method called power. What is the method name? Power. It will automatically give you the power of this. Okay. So how will I do? Let's try to go over there. I want to get the power of some number. So what I'll do? I will have system.println. I want to print something. Then I'll do plus. I want to get the power of something. Then what to do? Math dot power. Power. So left side will be for which number you want to get power. So something like I want to get the power of 123. And to the power how much? Suppose Square means 2. Now it will give me the power of 123. So let's try to see. 15129 is the power of 123. Okay. So to check it whether it is working fine or not, to the power to 4. Okay. So it should be 4.0. Why? Because by default it should be double. 4.0. If it will be 5, then it should be 25. So 25. Okay. So that means it is working. 100. It should give me this 10,000. So it is working fine for us. So any number which will give us, it should give us the power of that number, power 2. If you want to get power 3, to the power 3, then it will give you the power 3. So 3. Here e means exponential. E will be there. Because this number working very big, so e will be there. Okay. So this is your power. Now similar to pow, we are having one of the method called SQRT, square root. Okay. Similar to this, suppose if I tell you what is the square root of 100, 10. What is square root of 9? 3. Very simple, right? Very simple. Now if I will give you some number, tell me square root, it will be difficult for us, right? So what we can do, we can use this method. So how will you use it? Copy, paste. Okay, pow, instead of pow, what is it? Square root. Just give any number, it will give you the square root. Okay. So this is, sorry, where is it? Either, where is that error? Okay. Okay, so this is the square root of that number, this number 19090. Okay, so what is the method name? Square root. So this is your square root method. Now the assignment. Okay, so assignment is very simple. You have to search in Google. Okay, why string and math class are final. Why? I mean, if those will be non-final, then what problem will be coming into picture? Okay. And one more question: why string is immutable by nature? This is also very frequently asked question. Very, very important question. Okay, so why string and math are final? Okay, and what is the second one? Why string is immutable? Before immutable, you have to understand what is immutable. Okay, so this one we will do next tutorial. Okay.